It was just a regular Tuesday. Nothing special. I hadn't even planned on going out or anything. I'd been working from home all day, still in those same old joggers I probably wear way too often. Around 2:30, I realized I hadn't eaten anything besides coffee and a banana, and my stomach had started making those awkward, dramatic protest noises. You know the ones, like it's trying to beatbox for attention. So I decided to head out and grab something. There's this little diner near my place. Nothing fancy, but the kind of place that has those red vinyl booths and smells like bacon and coffee no matter what time you go. I go there sometimes when I want to feel like I'm part of a tiny little sitcom town. I figured I'd just sit by the window, get a burger or something, maybe scroll on my phone a bit. Reset. Anyway, I walk in, and it's not too busy. Just a few people scattered around, some guy in a booth reading the newspaper. Yes, a real paper one, and a couple whisper fighting over toast. I take a seat at the counter because I didn't feel like being alone in a booth that day. Something about the counter makes things feel less lonely, like I'm just dropping in and life's moving around me. The waitress, Tanya. Yeah, I know her name now, but I'll get to that. She comes over. Mid-40s maybe. Tired eyes, but one of those genuine smiles that doesn't feel like customer service. She hands me the menu, but I already kind of know what I want. I still open it, though, just to be polite or pretend I'm being thoughtful. Then she asks, "What can I get ya?" And here's where it got weird. Small weird, not like alien abduction weird. Froze. I don't even know why. I've ordered food 1,000 times. But my brain just blanked. I wanted the grilled chicken sandwich. Simple. But instead, I kind of panicked and pointed to this random item on the menu like my brain said, "Nope. Let's make this awkward now." And I go, I'll have the meatloaf with mashed potatoes." Now look, there's nothing wrong with meatloaf. It just wasn't what I wanted. I don't even like meatloaf. I associate it with weird potlucks and that one time in middle school when I dropped a tray in the cafeteria and meatloaf slid onto the floor like a slow-motion horror scene. She nods, writes it down, and walks off. And I just sit there staring at the ketchup bottle like, why did I do that? Why didn't I just say what I wanted? So I kind of debated it in my head for a solid 2 minutes. Like, do I call her back? Do I let it go? Is it too late? Would it be rude to change my mind? I started playing out fake conversations in my head. "Hey, sorry, I actually meant the chicken sandwich." "No, too weird." "Actually, could I switch my order?" I felt like a child, all because I couldn't say the right food out loud. And then, as if on cue, Tanya comes back with a glass of water and kind of glances at me. Not judgmental or anything, just like she could tell I was spiraling over something dumb. And she goes, "You look like someone who just realized they ordered the wrong thing but don't want to say it." I swear I blinked like an owl. I laughed, kind of embarrassed but also kind of grateful. So I admitted it. I was like, "Yeah, I wanted the chicken sandwich but my mouth betrayed me." She smirked and said, "Happens all the time. You want me to change it? You're not locked into a meatloaf contract." I almost said no just out of reflex. You know how you feel bad making people do extra work, even if it's literally their job. But she was just so chill about it, like it wasn't a big deal. So I nodded and said, "Yeah, That would actually be awesome. She scribbled something on her notepad and went, "Don't worry. I'll tell the cook it was my mistake if he gives me attitude." And that right there, that was the part that really stuck with me. It was such a small thing, but it kind of meant something, you know? Like she didn't have to do that. She didn't have to notice I looked uneasy or say anything or offer to take the blame for something that wasn't even a big deal. But she did. I ended up eating my grilled chicken sandwich with extra fries. She threw those in too, for emotional recovery, she said, and it was really good. Not amazing or life-changing, just really good. Solid, satisfying. I left her a tip that was way too much for a sandwich, but it felt fair. And as I walked back home, still chewing on a fry I smuggled in a napkin, I kept thinking about how that moment made my day feel a little better. Not because of the sandwich, obviously, but because someone saw a small, stupid moment where I was second-guessing myself, and instead of ignoring it or brushing it off, they leaned in and made it easier. It's kind of wild how those tiny interactions, those 5-minute kindnesses, can stick with you. Like, I'm not gonna remember what I worked on that day or what I watched that night. But I'll probably remember that awkward meatloaf incident and Tanya's little smile for a long time. So yeah, just a Tuesday. Nothing special. But kind of was, in the end.